That's what's happening, Rocks. Back again, just to do the daily reviews. First of all, we'll have a look at GU analysis that we put together from Sunday night. So what I was looking at from this market structure, as you probably can clearly see, is the overall direction of the market for me with my analysis was down. You can see that price is making new lower highs, excuse me. We had this strong rally with this trend line and then this huge rejection from this low. Now, price failed to pull back with its exhaustion and continue to the upside to give us a new higher high. What we can see, it topped out at this level here. Looking to the left, nothing really stands out as to why it done that. So this run here could have been a good period of news, economic problems, issues, whatever it may be. I don't care really, to be honest with you. But we see it topped out. Price pushed down. We can see a lot of top rejection, wicks, indicating a lot of sell pressure. So what I was looking at yesterday is the overall momentum of the structure. I was looking for price to break these structure lows and then give us an opportunity to sell once it broke 29.63. If we drop down to the hourly chart, what we can see is price done exactly that. It had a gap down through Asia, attempted to push back to close this gap, failed to do so. We had this huge rally to the downside. Now, I'm not going to go into too much details right now, how we traded this in the community. There's two options you could have traded it. Fairly simple, but as you can see, we filled this range here. We came back down to the support level, which we had drawn in previous to price coming down. We had strong rejection and a beautiful buy opportunity. We do also have a late retest here of this level, as you can see, which would have been a nice opportunity once you started to see this rejection. When we drop down to the 30 minutes, we have a nice big bearish engulfing candle. You could have entered immediately on the close of this 30-minute candle. But great trading opportunities, as you can see here. I didn't understand that. So we'll move on to the next pair once I decide to shut down this noise on this flipping phone. Right, no problem. So let's move on to EJ. Now, this was a hilarious pair today. Was stuck in this trade for a few hours, which was long, but it is what it is. So when I'm looking at its market structure, I don't really see any clear direction other than ranging. What I can see immediately is some huge rejections here the last few days of the close of last week. My anticipation that there's a new trend start and we have a push, exhaustion, a push, exhaustion, failed to break these structure highs here. 2 days of huge rejection and then a huge rally to the downside. So my ideas immediately would be for sales only. That was my bias. Idea was price would pull back to the 35.9 level, find some sort of retest and then continue down. Well, as you can see here, I have an immediate break to the downside and a retest. So we had a 60 pip range here, which we could have traded if it pulled back. We also had a 38 pip range here, which we could have traded if it broke the structure lows here at 75.8, which it did. And let's move down to the hourly chart. So what we can see here is price broke the structure. You're not going to see the retest here. You'll see a retest here on the 15-minute chart. Price broke the structure, came back. Immediate signs of rejection and continuation to the downside following this trend. You could have simply set a sell order here at this structure level, which I did exactly. Once it broke it, I read it down for 20 pips. I did plan to ride it down to the new structure level, but because of the way price was moving and I'd been sitting in this trade for a long time, I wanted to get on with my day. I decided to take profits. I risked 2.5% in this trade. I closed the day 5% up, which I was happy with. Some of the members in the community did ride it down and done pretty well. We can also see a second trading opportunity on this pair once price broke this next higher time frame structure level, came back for a retest. When you drop down to the lower time frames, you will see we have big bearish engulfing candles, pin bars, etc., etc. You could have traded at the break of this level here, which would have been perfectly fine. You could have traded it immediately at the retest, depending on what you're comfortable with. So again, another great trading opportunity that we took advantage of in the community. Gold we didn't really touch today, but I'll give you my analysis on it. What we can see overall is market structure is down. We can see that there's potential opportunity for price to continue to make new highs, but what I noticed immediately is that price was struggling to break this structure here. It lined up with price action to the left. We can see resistance / support. So what I was anticipating, we've had this push to the upside. We topped out, came back for a retest. We have a continuation. If we can break these structure lows, or continue to stay below these structure lows and break new form lows, which we'll see on the 4-hour chart, then we could potentially take some sells. As you can see, my analysis, overall trend is down, bull sell to turn it around, so sells was the bias for this day. We go to the 4-hour chart. What we can see is my analysis was exactly this, to see price break the structure, come back for a retest and push to the downside. 69 pip range within this key zones here, as you can see, played out absolutely perfectly to the T. God knows why I didn't take this trade, but I was stuck in EJ, so probably that's the reason why. This retest, actually, that's a lie. This retest happened early in the morning, so my next trading opportunity would have been a break of this structure low here. So it would have been your break and your retest, which should have been about here. There's probably a reason why I didn't go into this trade. I don't want to act like I take every single trade I put analysis on, but it's nice to see that this structure played out through Asia, came down again for a retest. You won't see it here. You'll find it on your 15-minute chart. And then a trading opportunity happened. Now, that was that pair. Worked out fairly well. I'll definitely be watching gold as of tomorrow, see if there's a trading opportunity. We have very strong momentum and we have a lot of room to the downside. So we'll see what happens with this pair. Let's move on to CAD Yen. This pair, as you can see, let's go on to the daily chart so we can read this properly. We had a false breakup around this level. I anticipated a new potential downtrend starting, and we also had daily resistance at this level with a 25 pip range. Let me just make sure that I've got the range correct. Okay, so it would have been this range here. This is your 25 pip range. Okay, 30 pip range, whatever, who cares, same difference. Now, so my anticipation was for sales only. We can see that this didn't quite play out today. We broke the range. We came back for the last kiss, which we saw on the daily, and then we can see that price pushed straight through it. Let me go to the hourly, actually. Yeah, we can see that price today came, where am I at? Yeah, so my anticipation was to see price push, break this level, come back for a retest and push back to the downside. It didn't do that. After this breakout of this range level, it came back, didn't quite push to the downside, went straight back in, found its daily trend line, literally rejected it to the T and then pushed to the downside. This is definitely something I would have looked out for if I was looking to take this trade opportunity, but once I saw price pushing up, I'll put it on the back burner and look for a new trade opportunity. But this happened around 6 o'clock in the morning, so God's honest truth, that wouldn't have been a trading opportunity for me, so I left this pair alone. Out of the 6 pairs we analysed, this was the only pair that didn't work exactly how I anticipated it. Euro USD, I think this is our last pair. Let's make sure. Yeah, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, last pair. So let's have a look. So my analysis was daily was down, and then we had a 48 pip range here. This is very clear. Strong trend line to the downside. See price topped out here at this level, following price action to the left, resistance / support. Price made a new structure level here. I'm not going to go into too much detail how we analyze this, but we can see this trend line that I've drawn in. Drop to the 4-hour chart, we can see obviously that the trend line is being respected. So I was anticipating, as long as we have a break of this structure level and a retest, then it would be beautiful to take a sell opportunity. Who took sells? Not sure who took sells in the community, but what we can see, when Asian opened, we had a gap down. We've had this pullback retest to this structure level here, and we broke, of course, the support level. We didn't quite come back for what you call an immediate retest here on the 30-minute chart. Neither did we on the 15-minute chart. So probably if you was waiting for your retest, you wouldn't have got it. But overall, the analysis was absolutely correct. Structure went down. So if you had faith in what you were doing, you could have taken an immediate breakout of this structure level here. It was completely fine. This level here we're talking about. Or you could have waited for price to pull back at these levels for a retest. I mean, I don't trade Asia, so I would have had a trading opportunity. This happened at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I wouldn't have had an opportunity. This happened around 1 o'clock, so possibly could have had a trading opportunity here. But again, it wasn't a setup that I was planning to take, but analysis was absolutely spot on, and we had a nice push to the downside. So we'll be doing charts again tonight in about 30 minutes to an hour's time. Hope you guys enjoyed the analysis. Had a look at some of the trades that we've taken today in the community. I'm ready to rock and roll for tomorrow. Anyway, good night, everybody. Have a good evening, and we'll speak tomorrow.